Greetings YouTube and welcome to the Dragon Network. In today's video we're going to be doing some Carpet Vanguard talk because I've got a deck profile for you guys. It's of course Narukami, it's the only deck I have. However, and this may sound absolutely crazy to you guys, but I put some new cards in it. I know, what the hell? Anyone who's been following this channel has known that this one deck hasn't gotten jack shit for over a year now. Well, guess what? The new booster set, Blue Storm Armada, has Narukami support. And even if it's not the best support, I've got to try it. And my friends helped me get some SPs that are in this deck. Sadly, they're not Vermillions. SP Vermillions, like, just ridiculous amounts of money. But, oh well, make do with what you got. And, yeah, I'm just going to go over this as quick as I can because anyone who's been watching the Vanguard videos should know what this deck does. It's played the same style for, again, over a year. But, come next booster set, though. Oh, there are so many things I cannot wait. I mean, it's getting a new big boss, a cross ride. It's getting another critical trigger, so now I can finally go 12-4 crit, 12 crit for heal. It's getting a new grade 2 attacker that can hit for 12,000 by itself. That's going to be amazing for trying to get over cross rides. Just the things that are coming in the future for this deck. And then you've got this booster sets after that with the Eradicators and the starter deck, and oh man, I'm so excited. Oh man, I've been playing this deck all this time, having to make do with what's available. Well, now I'm finally getting bones thrown at me. It feels great. Long time Narukami players, please let me know, what are you going to be doing with the deck come the new booster sets? Are you going to be trying out the 12-4 crit heal ratio, or are you going to stick with 8 crits, 4 draw, 4 heal, and blah 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 blah? But anyway, let's get started on the deck. So, starter is Spark Kid Dragoon. This has not changed. It's still, sadly, the best one available. Just being able to get to your grade 3s as soon as possible, even if it means possibly whiffing on it, makes it better than Seishin, unfortunately. For copies of Vermillion, your win condition, this has not changed. The sooner you get to Vermillion, the better it is. His counter blasts are just flat out amazing. And I'm now running 2 copies of Sealed Demon Dragon Dungaree. This is from the new set. And if you can, it doesn't really show it well, but these are SPs that I managed to pick up via trades, and thanks to my friends, so thank you guys. Unfortunately, he's not that great compared to Vermillion, or just not in this particular build. Dungaree, I guess, has his own deck style, but it's definitely not this. But I'll read you him anyway. First off, he's an 11k attacker, which is one reason why I like it. Secondly, when you ride this card, you bind the top 2 cards of your deck, which is removed from play in Vanguard. And then, when you hit Limit Break 4, you can counterblast 1 to return 1 bound card to the bottom of your deck and just retire a card your opponent has, except their Vanguard, obviously. So, what he does is he picks off stuff for a relatively low cost. Unfortunately, when there are no cards bound through his effect, he loses 2,000 attack, so it becomes a 9,000 attacker. The thing I don't really know of is, if I ride this thing to Vanguard, bind 2 cards in my deck, does this mean that if I ride another one as rearguard, it's going to be at 9,000, or is it saying that cards bound by this effect means just this card in general and not the actual one? So if anyone can answer that one for me, that'd be great, because I don't like the idea of riding this as a rearguard and him being only 9,000. If that's the case, then yeah, I should not be running this card when Thunderbreak Dragon would probably be better by comparison. Frankly, what I would love to do is run a full playset of Breakthrough Dragon, because this thing is just flat out amazing. It's a 12,000 attacker when boosted by an Narukami rearguard. So him plus my 8 booster or my 7 booster means he's hitting for 19 or 20,000. That's very good. Unfortunately, I only have these 2 copies. That needs to be fixed. But that's it for the main for the grade 3s. For the grade 2s, it's the same lineup as before. 4 11,000 attackers, 4 10,000 attackers, 2 death sights, 2 damage and flippers. And for the grade 1s, nearly identical. 4 perfect guards, 4 8,000 boosters, 3 10,000 boosters for the Vanguard, 6,000 on its own. New addition, 2 copies of Dragon Monk and Kaku. When you ride this thing on rearguard, you put the top card of your deck into the damage zone. Then during the end turn, you shuffle 1 damage card back into your deck. This guy has two uses. Number one, he allows you to play around the fact that your opponent won't put you at 4 damage, so you don't go into limit break, i.e. Vermillion, because they know Vermillion, if you ride a Vermillion while you're at 4 damage, shit's going to get fucked up. Well, what Genkaku does is he temporarily puts you at 4 damage so that you can use that counterblast and proceed to fuck shit up. The other thing about him is that he shuffles back 1 damage card into your deck. It does not specify the card you put into the damage zone. It just says a card in your damage zone. What this means is, suppose you for damage check, you lose a grade 3. You can put that grade 3 back into your deck and potentially top deck it. Or, as I've also done is, you've already hit a heal trigger. So, put that heal trigger into your deck. Suddenly you have another heal trigger. It allows you to recycle cards that you want to use again and again, and that part I like. Although I don't run around more than 2 because constantly riding this thing could be a bad idea, especially in the late game. I'm pretty sure if I'm sitting at 5 damage, I call this thing to rear guard, I'm going to lose, because that'll put me at 6 damage, and yeah, not good. That being said though, very good card. Definitely a 2 of in the deck, at least for me. And writing it out for the grade 0s, 8 criticals, 4 draw, 4 heal. Not much else to say on the deck. Again, it's just standard Narukami with a couple changes from the new set. There are some more cards out there in the new set, but I just really haven't found them to be that outstanding. There's like this 10,000 attacker that gets a boost if you ride a grade 3 Narukami, and there's also like a version of Goku where if you reveal a grade 3 Narukami during your drive check, you reveal a grade 3 Narukami during your drive check, you automatically retire a unit on your opponent's field. But given how Vermillion is probably going to be retiring 2 units to begin with, all you would be doing is hitting boosters, and yeah, they can always just replace those. So, I don't know. I don't particularly care for that card. I don't think Goku-style Kagero has been good in a very long time, especially since Do came out. That's just become, ergo, the best version of that deck. But anyway, this is my update to Vermillion Sky. Hope you guys liked it. Again, if you're a long-time Narukami player and you plan on getting stuff in the new sets, tell me how you're going to take your decks, because finally there's going to be some variety in terms of this deck as a whole, and I cannot wait for it. Until next time, this is Albus TGS, jacking out.